Hey guys, this is Woodshop Junkies and today I'm taking apart my Wadkin Bursgreen table saw. So just to bring everybody up to speed, I recently purchased this saw as a restoration project, and when it got to my shop it was a 3-phase machine and it was in bad shape. Now it's still in bad shape, but since I got it I did a single-phase conversion to allow it to run on the power in my workshop. I did some work on the top and I connected up the electricals. Now as it stands, this saw is running, and if I really wanted to, I can use the saw in this condition. But it's still far off from my vision for the project, so in this short video I'm going to strip and catalogue all the parts so I can take stock of the damage and work on a service and repair game plan. I'm going to be stripping the saw from the top, and I've already taken off the fence rails which simply bolted on here with Allen cap screws. Next I'm going to take the top off, which will give me access to all the internal components. Right, so now I've got the top and the motor mounting removed. The two components I've actually done some work on already, and besides cosmetics like paint, I don't have much more to worry about. Next up is the handles, and I'm going to have to replace them because, as you can see, at some stage someone swapped out the original with a DIY rebar version. Lucky for me, one of the channel viewers got in touch with me and sent over a settee cast himself, which is great because despite the fact that they still need a bit of work, it eliminates the need for me to have to source them. There is, however, two small hiccups. The new handles are quite a bit bigger than the original, so it might look odd once the saw is assembled, but I'm gonna have to see when I start putting everything together. Then the hole in the middle is bored out a little bit too big, so I'm going to have the handle sleeved. Next up is this spindle, and for the most part it's in decent shape. The thread in the front to tighten the blade is looking good, and the pulley doesn't have any damage either. The bearings are a little bit dry, so I will be replacing them. Then there's a plug or something that's missing over here, and if I had to guess, I'd imagine that it's to fill this housing with some kind of lubricant for the bearings, but I'm not exactly sure, so I'm going to have to look into that. You will also notice this broken ring around the spindle, which isn't part of the spindle but rather the other half of this bracket over here, which attaches the riving knife bracket to the spindle and allows them to move together. This is obviously a critical safety feature, so I'm going to have another one made up. I don't want to weld it because it's been welded before and I'm confident it will just break again. Right, so this is the riving knife bracket that attaches to the spindle via the broken bracket and then moves up and down when the blade height is adjusted. The bracket on the spindle attaches on these two holes, and as you can see the corner is broken off, and the riving knife attaches to these two slots, and once again the corner is broken off. But if I want the riving knife to work, I'm going to have to either replace this or find a way to have it fabricated. Right, so my hopefully final thing I have to worry about is this crack down here. And at this stage I'm considering a few options. I'm trying to avoid having it welded, but it's likely that that's going to be my only real solution. Okay guys, so that's the saw stripped and this restoration is starting to seem achievable. Taking stock of what needs to be done, firstly I need to replace the rebar handle with new ones. I need to fabricate a new riving knife. Many people probably would have used the saw without it, but I'm not a big fan of using the table saw without it. Then I need to repair the crack in the housing. When all of that's done, I need to clean everything up, paint it and start reassembling the saw. And that is pretty much it for this video. I must say taking the saw apart was a lot easier than I anticipated, and I hope putting it back together is just as simple. If you guys have anything you want to add, put it in the comment section down below, and if you want to see the restoration completed and you aren't subscribed yet, you should do that now. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, cheers.